Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome to the Potters Resorts 2022 World Indoor Bowls Championships, live from Hopton-on-Sea. Well, the next game up is the last of our World Open pairs quarter-finals, and it's going to be Les Gillett and Jason Greenslade taking on Harlow and Nick Brett. Let's have a little quick look at what we have for the rest of today. Following this one around about 3:30 is the first of our pairs semi-finals, and it's the current champions Mark Dawes and Jamie Chesney taking on America's Dean Warmington and Scott Edwards. 7:30 game, well, Stuart Anderson and Darren Burnett are waiting for the winners of this match. Match officials for the next game, our marker is Malcolm Ramage and the umpire is Bernie Hill. Well, let's go live to the portable rink and let's join a rather dapper Jack Jenkins.
Thank you very much, Jason. The first pair who between them hold several national, Welsh Open and Scottish Open titles. Together, they are former winners of this event, looking to make it through to tonight's semi-final. Please put your hands together for the number 5 and number 10 in the world. It's Les Gillett and Jason Greenslade. Their opponents this afternoon have 18 WBT titles between them, including the Scottish Open, International Open and former World Singles titles. Together, they are also former Open Pairs Trophy winners. They are your number 6 and number 1 in the world. It's Harlow and Nick Brett. Back up to Jason Parkinson in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Jack. Once again, everybody, welcome back to Potters Resorts for the World Indoor Bowls Championships. And joining me in the commentary box for the rest of the afternoon, well, this gentleman's no stranger to international world-class bowls. It's Mr. John Rednall. Good afternoon, John.
Thank you, Jason. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks for dragging yourself away from your piano.
Yeah, rumour had it that I was just coming to Potters to play the piano in the cocktail bar, but other things.
Jack learned 26 metres.
Let's see how you get on. We can make that happen for you. So, last of the quarter-finals. Jason Greenslade and Les, well, what a match they had in their previous game. Behind all the way until the last 4 ends, really. Managed to somehow sneak over the line.
Yeah, I think it's true to say that they didn't make the best of starts really in their first game, and I think they'll need to get off to a much more clinical start if they're going to put these two under pressure.
Yes, Greg and Nick. Well, Greg played exceptional at lead in the first game. Noticed lost his shorts. I'm sure Kay's had something to do with that.
Yeah, Greg was really, really good on the lead. Didn't really bowl a bad bowl in the whole game.
Good height again. Come on, Jace, what you got? Okay.
Whilst we've got John in the commentary box, don't forget we have the comments feature on Facebook. You can always drop us a line if you want to ask one of the golden oldies, as I like to call you. How long have you been playing bowls now, John?
Well, since the age of 14, officially, and much earlier than that, really. But there was an age limit in my day. You had to be 14. So I was on the front lawn from the age of 7, I think.
One right.
On the international scene many years as well. I remember you when I was a kid. That shows how long ago it was.
Yeah, 31 years now.
Excellent stuff. Well, pretty decent start from both the leads.
Yeah, I think Jason will be very pleased with his opening bowl there. So important to take the pressure off. If you bowl a good first bowl, you're not just setting up the chances of a count for your team, but you're also making sure that you don't lose a big count on the first end.
Fantastic.
Quicker for the pair or the
Well,
jack?
statement of intent already.
So, mate. I think that's the shot.
Yeah, Nick won't hang around with these.
Hi, Nick.
Oh, fantastic. What a great bowl.
Fantastic shot and great result too.
Same ball, yeah. Please. Yes, laser on the line.
Not making the trip.
Psychologically, a big blow there to Les and Jason, having built what looked like a very good scoring opportunity, to have it undone with a very good runner from Nick.
Yeah, big change on the first end. It's hard to tell from the angle. It looks 2, but we'll probably have it measured, will they? No, 2.
2 shots, Harlow and Brett. First end.
Set score 0-2, first end. Jack length 27.5 metres.
Well, Nicky and Greg have swapped colours from their previous game. Gone from red to green. Jason and Les stay red.
Well done. 2 feet, Jace. Good height, mate. Need the pace now. Hand down. Knees down. Well done. Well done.
I was saying earlier on that one of the benefits that Nick and Greg have is that they've played hundreds of games together over the years and know each other's play and tactical strategy play back to front.
Yes, it's always a massive bonus, isn't it, to know the best you can play from each player. Everybody knows each other's comfort as well, don't they? You know what not to force people into.
1 green.
And also psychologically as well, how to get the best out of your partner. Some of these pairs probably only play together when they play here.
Well, exactly. Now, speaking of Les, and Les was saying him and Jason haven't actually won a first round for quite a few years. And they, sometimes Jason will skip, sometimes Les will skip, sometimes they have a bit of a change in between. I think this year's game plan is they're just going to stick as they are now and just play the bowls.
And obviously for a good many years, I think Greg skipped and Nicky led, didn't he?
Yes.
So it seems now that they play this way around.
Les. Okay, mate. And again, Paul. Right line.
Well, he gets to the back bowl and sits his own, just ever so slightly quick. There's a little ledge there, John, isn't there? There's a ledge on both sides, really, but it's bigger on the forehand, or Les's backhand.
You've got the shot. You'll see the
Yeah, it looks as if he would just play to rest on those two bowls. Or try and draw the perfect bowl.
Yeah, playing his backhand, sit the bowls. If he gets down to his front bowl, he can always just promote that once or twice.
Don't know if it'll get down.
I think the problem here is that as soon as you try and play weight to turn bowls, you sometimes don't get back. As demonstrated there.
Well, a slight shuffle of the bowls. Sometimes they do just slightly skid, don't they, when they're touched on an indoor surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick measure. Yeah.
You playing much bowls at the moment, John?
No, not very much indoor. These days I concentrate most on the outdoor game, and I've cut back on the indoor quite a bit. Still love to watch it though. Still go to the club and watch various things, and it's good to be back here. I was saying earlier on that all four of these players have been around for a very, very long time, and mechanically, technically, you look at their deliveries, they're still as good as ever. And also, the four players are very interchangeable in that they can lead very well, they can
Harlow
all
and
skip
Brent.
very well. Very good all-rounders.
Yep, certainly are.
So it scores 0-5 after 2 ends.
During your career, John, you know, especially in the international kind of level, you're predominantly known as a front end player, aren't you?
Drop length.
Yeah, known as a
27
lead.
metres.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that something you kind of like? Do you do it all the time because you enjoy it, or do you like the challenge and the skill to that level, or are you not particularly fancy a back end player?
I have played backhand. Played back-end bowls in Denny Cups and Liberties, and very occasionally in Middletons and so on. But internationally, every game I've played has been at lead. And to be honest, I've never thought of myself as anything other than a lead. I just get an enormous thrill out of it still. Never got stale of leading, never got fed up with it. I think it's what I wanted to be.
The specialist position, definitely a lot of pressure on you at the front at international and world level. Very exposed at lead.
Very exposed position, yeah. And again, like all of these formats, you know, it's very much of confidence. If you start the game well, then you probably carry on playing well. But you scratch around early doors and you know, struggle for a line or struggle for length, and you begin to perhaps overthink it and get frustrated and worry about it. So you know, when you come to a rink like this, I know you have practice sessions, but nothing replicates the actual game itself. You know, you can go out there and practice, and then when it comes to the game, it does feel different. And that's where your technique needs to be really good, your confidence needs to be good, and hold up under pressure.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Good again. Then. Just that little bit.
You look at all four of these players, they all have very, very good, consistent delivery actions.
One red.
You know, if you took any one of these four and you videoed them and said, well, we'll video 10 deliveries and analyse them, they will be virtually the same every time. Their timing is so good, their release is so good.
Yeah, there's many different styles, isn't there? You know, but the main thing is exactly what you said. It's the consistency of the delivery. I think mechanically, if you look into it, there is a perfect delivery, if you want to call it that, as a training tool. But not many people play with that kind of a style.
No, I think you could watch videos of every player who's played on this rink for years, and no two would be identical. In their own way, they're textbook deliveries, you know. The things that they all have in common, obviously, for people that are newish to the game, if you watch the stance on the mat of the players, they just rotate their body slightly to face the line that they're going to bowl. So when Nick bowls his forehand here, his leading leg is treading out onto the arc line, or the line that his bowl is going to take. So if you stand too straight, you'll bowl it tight.
Oh, Nick just needs to apply the brakes. Good adjustment.
Straight ball.
One against any movement's good for us. Ball or Jack just arriving.
Not you, mate.
Needed a drink.
Lift the ball, you make it 2, or lift the track and make it 2 or 3.
People often talk about consistency in bowls, but it's not just how close you put your bowls or how effectively you play the shot. It's the consistency of your delivery action. And again, if you just watch Les there, you know, every bowl that he bowls comes out the same.
Let's Les. Hurry.
Well, this needs to run a long way.
Lucky. Lucky.
Oh, another single. Nick and Greg,
1 green.
6 without at the moment.
Harlow and Brett.
Just the start that Greg and Nick would have wanted. And remember, that came from that very good conversion on the first in when Nick played the perfect runner and got maximum result. So, you know, you can say if he'd have missed that one, the other pair would have been on the board and things could be very different.
Yep, still a long way to go. 9 end sets. Play 9 ends obviously because it's just a 2-bowl singles again this year. A lot quicker game. No shot clock needed for the pairs.
Steady and touch, I think.
Singles starts tomorrow.
The line's good enough for one.
And again, Jace.
We'll play down to a final today. Those of you wondering when the semi-finals are, well, we do have them. One following this one, and then the other semi-final will be this evening at 7:30.
Super line.
And a feast of bowls it truly is.
Yep, that never disappoints here, that's for certain.
Well done.
Just the start that Jason needed.
Oh, you run.
Well, Nick just urging this on.
And again. You're there again. Well done. How much do you want now? Come on, Jace. Right up.
Well, there are 2 cracking bowls from Jason Greenslade. That's exactly what we want.
Top drawer leading there.
2 red.
Greg's ball there just protecting the target. Probably still just come down the forehand.
Well, in with a chance.
Gets to the back bowler in the jack. She needs to come with it now.
Light stick.
Gives him a chance.
Very good attempt.
When did I measure? Yeah. That hasn't really altered anything. Yes, Les. Go. Hurry. Okay, that's your feeler.
Just wondering now whether we might just increase the weight here, John. Just play a controlled timing shot down the forehand. If he gets to his last bowl and back towards the jack.
Exactly. He can use his own bowl and just spin back off it, perhaps.
Can I thin mine out? Or
Well,
Just looking at the danger there of losing his own bowl. Very unlikely, I think.
Play the draw.
Yep. Draw is the call. He'd have been very unlucky to edge his own out without coming back to the jack. So close with his last one. Just a few inches of weight needed.
Great try again.
Yeah, it's in the area.
Great try. Great
Just
try.
a bowl type.
That's hard. Might be quite enough. Well done. I can't tell. Wow. Still one.
Les can play quite a brave draw here. No real danger.
hurry, Les.
The only danger is getting the back bowler and then sitting back against the jack. Just needs to a tickle on the pickle, then he'll have a 3.
Further away, that one. One on the measure. Yeah.
One shot red, measure for 2.
Keeping Bernie busy.
One shot, Gillett and Greenslade.
Well, they'll be glad to get on the card here, Jason and Les. Certainly a different length. Last game, Les just let Jason get on with it and put them close.
Set score 1-6 after 4 ends.
Often a good ploy in two-wood pairs in particular. For the lead to just choose his length and treat it like a game of singles, really.
Yeah, Les is just stood there, just allowing him to make that decision, like you say.
I always remember the great England team manager Peter Brimble saying, "Play to your strengths."
Jack length 27 metres.
And, I think they're wise words, but sometimes you just need to try and find out what your opponents don't like. Is there a particular length that they don't like? Even if you don't play it as well, you know, it's good to try and expose their weaknesses, really. Not that you could ever say that Greg and Nick have got particular weaknesses on this carpet, or anywhere. I think what does come into play, though, is that different lengths give a different return, a different arc. Noticeable that some of the straighter bowls don't always get back to the middle, particularly on the short lengths.
what you got now? Run, run. Run, run. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
And
done.
sometimes it's just a different size of bowl or a different make, different model of bowl that reacts differently and makes a big difference.
Fancy changing? It's fine. We're
Is it one up or one down, please? Very close. Fancy one down if anything.
Well, just good pace. Either side of his own ball would be very good.
Come on.
Interesting question there, really, from Jason. Are we short or one down? In some ways, it's irrelevant. You know, we still had to be drawing just past the jack, I think, whether we held or not.
Get your own, you good.
I think we leads always say that we're there to try and create a head that our partner can turn to our advantage. So even if you don't hold shot, you can set up a really good head for your partner.
All the way up now. Come on. Anakin. Up.
Well, doesn't make that any easier for Les.
One red.
You play your shot, come on, you can do it. You got me back in.
Not in his way with the dead draw, is it, John? He can still get round that last ball with great pace.
Yes. Yeah, in some ways, the short bowl was a good guide here. You play perfect pace, you won't knock anything up.
Yes, Les. Go, Les. Come on, hurry, hurry. Come on, Les.
Almost done it.
Super effort.
Yep. Oh, dropped away.
Nearly, just got the wrong fall.
So still there or there.
But he was actually getting just round that and not getting a touch or anything. Nick wanted the same fall against the bias, really.
Yeah, well, it's that, or you just here and drop. Never say it properly. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, let's play his forehand shot now, getting to the last bowl or turning the red bowl in.
Les.
Again, nothing to be
Super effort.
scared of here.
Super effort, Les.
Can run up to the green bowl and
Great ball. Great ball again.
maybe just use the green bowl to get himself right behind the jack.
Edged it a touch closer, mate. It's still close, but slightly fancy red, if anything.
Same bowl or?
Doesn't alter the shot yet.
Nick played such good weight with the previous one, you'll think he'll just try and do the same thing again and maybe drop back off the bowling contention.
Yep.
Wider.
Well, I think that's just been turned in, I think.
I think he was just playing that reaching draw and probably just overplayed it fractionally.
2 shots, Gillett and Greenslade.
Set score 3-6 after 5 ends.
Well, an extra one there, but it's no massive disaster.
I think for Jason and Les, they broke the ice, they scored the end that they needed to,
25 metres.
approaching halfway of the first set, and just needed to get on the board and put the jack and the mat where they wanted to.
Keep coming. Down you come. Bottom. Play, Jace.
defending all you can. Not too bad. A couple of feet will be handy.
Start. Greg's 2 feet. Right your line. Come on, Jace. Better. Come on, hurry. Right up. Right up, Jason. Bottom. Bottom.
Well, has he made the correction? I don't think he has he?
One red.
Just get the impression that this first set is evening out a little bit, and opportunities here for whoever can get on first.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few short bowls. It's just slightly heavier than what it is normally. Not heavy by any means. You know, you were talking just a couple of seconds. We timed it yesterday, ran about 17 and a half seconds as the day fluctuated.
Yeah, I think some of the players were saying it's playing a bit more like it does towards the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
So that pace will probably drop a bit more as we go on.
Yes, Les.
You'd play on it every day, wouldn't you?
Nice and tight now, Les. Nice and tight.
Great bowl from Les there.
Inside of Jason's or not? Your front bowl solid?
Yeah, go on. You can roll it.
Nick going to attack.
Could nearly just get two of these away. If he just misses the front, get edge on the left-hand side one.
Well, that's the
my
worst
goodness.
result he could have ever imagined. To have taken any of the red bowls away out of the head would have been beneficial to him.
Even the third one wobbled round.
The jack movement wasn't necessarily good because they didn't have anything past the jack, but he would have been drawing to an off-centre jack with loads of room, but that's the worst result he could have ever had, really.
Yep. Les will just play a positional bowl, line 3 good uns. Nick's got 2 balls to the back there, on the right-hand side spot, should he hit it.
Such a key moment in the set, this, Jason, isn't it? Because Nick could run at this
On the tee. There.
and actually come out quite well.
Up to you. Play your fancy.
You would think the jack, the high percentage would be to leave the rink on the, the right-hand side as we look at it from behind.
And of course Nick has to decide now whether he will attack or draw for second.
As you see it, mate. You play it as you
Second
see it.
shot would take us to 4-6 and still in a good position to win the set.
Yeah. Well, 2 balls or the jack will be good. It's in the area for the
No
jack.
contact here. Great shot.
A little unlucky that he promoted one of the red balls as well. Track 2.
Two red.
Saved one of the shots. Could be crucial.
2 shots, red. Out. Gillett and green.
Slade.
Set score 5-6 after 6 ends.
Every one of these 4 players are very good exponents of the running bowl. We saw Jason in the previous round play an excellent runner with his first bowl, Jason.
25.5
He did, yeah.
metres.
And then drew within 6 inches with his second. And, that's a sign of the quality of the players here.
I think it's a sign of how the game's developed as well, isn't it? Like, you'd never hear of of Leeds striking many years ago. No. You know, I started leading, from when I started indoor bowls at 14. God, if you tried to attack ahead at lead, whew.
I think the 2 bowl games are really seen as a drawing game, but maybe wrongly in my opinion. I think there are times where you've got a good second bowl and you can afford to attack.
Right back. Well played. Well done. Well done.
Yep. Great reply.
Probably in the way to perfect draw. Now from the change. Greg 6 inches. High. Easy touch. Easy touch. Easy touch. And again. And relax. Stick.
Ball fast.
Well, Greg wants to ideally get underneath the red bowl, but if it slips past, it's going to finish pretty decent as well. Won't want to sit against it. That's right, it stayed up.
1 shot, green.
Into the cap, Leslie. Your weight's great.
Come on, Lefty. Hurry. Go.
Even if it falls, I'm not quite sure whether it'll be just near enough to get the shot.
Might be taking the mickey a bit, that line.
Yeah, I think you're right, Nick. Well,
Yeah, the choice is yours.
a chance here, as Jason was saying, the choice is yours. Obviously the chance of the green bowl away.
you could time it as well if you wanted, couldn't you? Allow the ball to bend, just skirt by the jack, get to the green bowl. Or, as Jason's saying, obviously, you can get it off the wing, the left-hand side bowl.
Suppose the danger being that if he does go for it and
Just needs to stay up.
shifts things around a bit, leaves Nicky with a bit of room. What's happening here?
It bent quite early coming down then, you can see it.
Don't want, do what? Just hold it in.
I think Les played that quite conservatively, really.
Yes.
Obviously, don't want to touch the outside of that, don't want to touch the jack.
Making it sound easier all the
Draw
time.
3 inches short.
Well, Nicky, it's frightened him to pieces now. Well, it's just dead pace just under both of these bowls.
Can he run?
I think he's just pulling up.
Don't think he'll mind that too much.
No.
It was an
Shot.
important
I'm
end
on
for
red.
Greg and Nick to score after losing a few ends on the bouncer.
Set score 5-7 after 7 ends.
Well, just two in this. Still 2 to play. Greg was playing around about 27 metres yesterday. Well, I know he swapped his bowls, but most bowls are very similar, aren't they? Tiger's a tiger at the end of the day, it's just a different colour.
It's interesting that got Greg playing with
Gap length
Tiger,
27 metres.
Nick with Evos, and not much difference in the line, but quite often it's good to have two different models of bowl. Tiger should just be getting a bit more turn.
Well done. Well done. Decent starter. Well played.
You play with a model to suit, don't you? Most players at top level have a few different sets. Like I say, the Tiger just comes back a little bit more just at the death, really, isn't it? It does all its work at the end.
Yeah, seems to get back to the middle of the rink on most lengths on this carpet.
Drop.
Just watching the Evos last night with young Lee Calver, who I've coached a lot. And
Bottom.
I think it was the evening session and the carpet had dropped a little bit of pace and Lee struggled to get his bowls back to the middle there.
Yeah, it's a difference what 24 hours makes, doesn't it?
Right back now, you're good, I think. Right back. Right back. Well played. Well played.
Two well played. Happy with that one. They want to win this next end and just put that extra bit of gap between them going into the final end.
Jason playing
Very close. Bend. Bend. Hold up.
Oh, look at the spin on Jason's ball. It's gone.
Jason doesn't often miss those. Skipped for Wales for years and a very, very reliable driving shot on him.
That's dead.
Much has been said about the two-bowl game and the importance of the lead in these games, Jason. You know, a good lead can win the game. And Greg really had set up
One red.
an end with the padlock on there.
Yes, in any discipline, the lead is very, very important. But like I say, in this kind of format, and sometimes I think on a very tricky outdoor green as well, that you've got tricky lines. If your lead can nail it, you know that is also really, really important.
Well, there's the old saying that a lead is worth their weight in gold, and very true, as you say, particularly outdoors, when if the lead can get close to the jack, runners hold off. You know, we've all seen them.
Okay, next one, mate.
Most outdoor greens, if you play too much weight, they don't bend enough to get back.
Yeah, that's good. Just needs to run now, Nick.
Well, Jason being sort of lesbian left-handed is able just to hold this ball up slightly longer than a right-handed player.
Feet left.
2 feet for second, mate. 5 feet for shot.
If there is any benefit of the skippers playing with a slightly straighter bowl, is probably in situations like this, Jason, where the jack's moved over and you're dicing with death on the edge of the rink.
Yep. That's a shot though. It's strange as well, like on the portable rinks, you think you need to get as close to the edge as possible. Well, sometimes it actually bends more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because obviously that's where the stretch of the carpet is. And sometimes that very, very outside line is actually an awful lot quicker due to the stretch of the carpet.
Yeah, you see that on quite a lot of indoor greens where the, as you say, the stretch is over the edge and you get quite a bounce back off the edge if you go right out to the edge.
Yeah, so it kicks it back, doesn't it? Someone's there pushing it.
Other ditch hands where you just get dragged in. You don't think you're wide enough to go in the side ditch, and you do.
I've been dragged into many things.
Les really taking his time over this one.
Good, mate.
Yep.
Again, it's a crucial bowl on a key end.
Really, really good.
Wants it to stop. Wants it to stop. Won't be shouting, go on.
Okay. One, Jace.
One shot, Harlow and Burnett.
Wasn't far away, probably just a foot of pace.
Yes, definitely.
Set score 5-8 after 8 ends.
Well, 3-shot advantage. We'll just keep this end nice and close. Won't be worried about the shot too much, just match the bowls is the main thing, John, isn't it? Don't let anything build up together, keep matching each other's bowls.
Exactly, and
Shot length 26
certainly on the
metres.
balance of play so far, neither pair really have looked like scoring 3 or 4, so all the shots have been hard earned. But who knows?
You never know. Well, he cursed it.
Yeah, not too bad. 2 feet.
Spin me. Come on, Jace. All you've got. And again. Hold on.
But I'd ideally like to have just reached the length or slightly past with that one, but not too far away.
Right back now. Right back. Well played. Well played.
That certainly helps.
Drop round your own's good.
Hard to see where 3 shots are coming from now.
Yeah, just again, just try and get one close.
Hurry. Hurry, Jace.
Well, that certainly makes it difficult.
Well,
Too
a
green.
rabbit out of a hat needed here, I think.
Yes. A bit of magic at the side of your pianos, do you? Well, this gets centre of the rink, it's quite good, and it also covers the rebound. That's the danger at the moment, is any rebound. How he gets that, I'm not quite sure.
You've got to lift the 2 balls away. That's the only shot you're going to get.
Yeah.
You have 3.
So talking about playing 2 of the bowls away out of the head. Would make a very slim chance.
Got the
Got the
jack.
jack.
There's the rebound.
And
No.
the rebound didn't happen.
No.
Okay.
Anything past the front 2 red?
Yeah, I basically
Yes, Nick.
just ruled of the spot, Nate, really.
Well, I'm not quite sure he has anything here at all.
I don't think there's any shot here that can be played to make 3.
Naturally there.
At a half.
This plays that centre green bowl and flies back to the other green. Would that make a 3? Got yeah, corner of that and then back to that. Bit of choke on your cue.
Protractor needed.
Protract.
See what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Well, Les has given him Jason's giving him the angles needed. 47.5 degrees on the front.
I think this could be what we call hoof and hope.
Well, here's the first bit.
Well,
No, the wrong angle. Good attempt though. Not easy, a single bolt.
One shot, Gillett and Greenslade.
That's the set over. Nick Brett and Greg Harlow take that one. 8 shots to 6.
it was a good set in the respect that Nick and Greg obviously made the better start of the two. Scored the first few ends and then a comeback
Give it away, Jason.
from the other pair, which looked good. They just needed to score one more end and probably draw level and make a tight finish to the set.
Yep. Well, we start again. Don't forget, coming up very shortly after this one, as soon as this finishes, around about 3:45-ish, we have the first of our World Open Pairs semi-final. That'll be the defending champions, Mark Dawes and Jamie Chesney. They take on the
Shot length, 25.5
United States
metres.
pairs qualifiers. Dean Warmington, he's now playing with Englishman Scott Edwards. That's fantastic. I think that's the furthest time an American's gone in the World Open pairs. So very well done to Dean. He had some great support
Right to us now.
the other day.
And
then
it's
the
played
semi-final.
particularly well.
Yes, it will be. Yep. The semi-final is at 7:30.
Greg's made a great start here. I think the fact that they've just won that first set takes a little bit of pressure off. And can perhaps just express themselves a bit more now and force a game home.
Jason's going to hit this, I think.
Hold on. Drop a bit.
Well,
And
Des
again,
called it
and
on
again.
target
Hold on.
from the moment it left his hand, I think.
Yep. Well, that'll go on the tee, on the spot.
As we've said, all four players here are good leads and they're also good skips, and they're of that calibre of player that can drive and then almost forget they've driven and just go back to the drawing machine.
Yep.
And sometimes that quick bowl, you just get it out of your system. It's like a valve that releases the pressure and you start again.
All right, mate. All right.
Okay. Hold on.
It'll be interesting to
Then quick.
see if Jason and Les employ that tactic throughout this set. You know, don't let anything build up and
Never in doubt.
hit things before they build up too badly.
Oh, he's done just that.
One
Let him
right.
recover. Get rid of the good ball first and then just draw to it.
As you say, it's not in the sort of leading textbook, but to drive with the first bowl and then draw within a few inches of the jack certainly does change things up a bit.
Try, mate. Good try. Have a kick.
Settle ace. Settle ace.
Well, must have been right round this ball and stop. Has done. Great ball.
Great bowl from Les. Wide swinging bowls had to be
Give it a chance.
right out there near the ditch.
Yes, I think he swapped balls. He didn't play. He hasn't swapped colour. He was red last time, but they're definitely a different set of bowls than what he had in the last game.
Come and have a look if you'd rather.
I think he swapped to his XPs, I think, slightly bigger bias bowl.
Just give it a chance, but
Yeah. I think he
Okay,
played with his
play it to
professional
me,
in the
play it to
first game. They're definitely an XP. A bit of disturbance.
Bit of percussion in the audience there.
Yeah.
Well, a much narrower line. He's given it the pace to do.
Light stick.
Wow, what a shot.
Wow, brilliant.
Two green.
That wasn't an easy pace to play that, but he played it absolutely perfectly.
And that's one of Nick's strengths. He just plays these sort of medium pace, anything from a trail to a stiffer running bowl like that, just plays them so well.
18 for the second.
Probably chose that pace because if he'd have rested the red bowls, he'd have stayed in.
Yep, couple of options. Got the better one of the two. Les will play across the head now. Try and guarantee himself second. Can get shot. Oh, he's playing ditch side. I thought he'd played across the head.
Settle ace.
Yeah, I just thought he might have played across the head to
I think
guarantee
so too.
himself.
Yeah.
I just didn't think on that hand he would just be able to hold up with the draw pace he needed for the second shot.
And when you've got to go out there so close to the ditch, you know, you just concentrate a bit more on the line perhaps than you normally would, and your weight suffers a touch. But of course that replicates what happened in the first set. Jason and Les held a very good 2 on the first end of the first set and saw their good work undone by Nick.
6.5 metres.
Expertly done there.
On the line again, sorry.
Jason just asking to see the rink marker. It's funny, some people like to see it, don't they? Some people are not particularly bothered.
Yeah, you're right. Some people like to see the rink marker, and there are even others who like to see the centre mark on the bank. I remember Steve Halmay playing with Steve years ago in the indoor England team, and he always liked to see the centre mark.
I like to see the rink mark. I don't aim at it. No. I must somehow consciously work my whatever I'm working out in my head. I don't actually know what I look at. I just like to see it.
And again, run. Well played.
I think there comes a point with players of calibre that
Draw it or you can play it again.
these things just come as second nature, and you don't really look at marks and things. You just get on the mat and do it. The most natural players. Les is a very quick player. Doesn't take much time on the mat. Jason a bit more studious. You can see his preparation there. Making sure his feet are right, his angle is right.
Is he attacking this?
Certainly is.
Hold on.
Trying to clip.
Hold on.
And he has.
Again, flick that away.
Well, he's not missed this tournament, has he?
He's certainly got a very good hit average. Peeled that ball away off the centre ring.
I think there's 4 out of 4 from what I've seen in the tournament. From Greg's point of view, he's probably pleased that he's making Jason play these runners.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if you make your opponents drive, they're wasting bowls. Even if they hit, their bowls are not staying around close to the jack. And you've got a partner who can do that.
Yep. get hit off, you just replace it, so you
Yeah.
go again. Bound to miss at some point.
Drawable. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. Leg length, you get the shot.
Early stages of the set, so they don't need to chase anything. Les can draw a closer second, or maybe even the shot. Got the other red bowl there as a guide for his length. Good attempt.
Yeah, he's got 2 in the head now as well.
Right again.
Of course, the other thing is when you try and make your opponents run and play these running bowls, you hope that they'll then lose a length when they play the draw.
Well, it's a good bowl from Nick. He'd be a bit unlucky there just to bring that jack out into the open a little bit.
Nick showing what a great all-rounder he is with the running bowl on the previous end, the off-centre jack that he drew to, and then drawing as close as this to put Les under extreme pressure again.
Yeah, certainly has done. I think he'll go for this.
I think the best that Les can hope for here is the bowls away. Jack movement doesn't really help him too much.
Well, can't be too far away.
Very close.
Well, promotion on the red bowl as well. That needs to stay on the green. Has done.
The red bowl stayed on, which was of great benefit to him.
Yep.
No, that's not in. That's not going up. I'll take that.
Yeah, table.
Measure called for.
Table.
Fellow musician Bernie.
Yes, she is, isn't she?
Woodwind teacher for Lancashire Music Service. Exponent of clarinet, saxophone, flute. Had many a good chat with Bernie about music.
Very talented. I played the triangle once in the school nativity.
Did you get your angles right?
It's a very important bit of the song right at the end.
People always think the triangle must be one of the easiest instruments to play, but if you watch the Cubans and Brazilians play them in samba music, it's an art form on its own.
One shot, Harlow and Brett.
I never understood why they had the
Set
gap
score
in one
0-3,
corner. I just thought I'd just take
2
your thing
ends.
out through the middle of it.
What's the lady's name?
Shot down 26 metres.
So,
Just get the impression that Jason and Les are just fighting for every shot they can get.
Put them on the table. Yeah, put that, yeah.
They would have liked to have scored the first couple of ends of the new set and just change the dynamic a bit.
One.
Nick's really made a faultless start to the second set.
Yeah.
straight line.
Needs to
Well
hold
done.
its head and run.
Very good here. Well played, Jace. Well done.
Great opener. In the previous game, we saw Les and Jason improve as the game went on, and I think it's true to say that they were both rusty in the first set. And they got better and bowled key bowls at the right time.
And again. And again.
Well, Greg.
And again.
Well, terrific reply.
I think we should just slip by that bowl.
Yeah, you're
helps.
half an inch off. Just drop mine your own.
Anything just past is good for Jason here.
Yes, definitely. Anything just behind.
And again. Yep. And again. Well done.
One red.
Grimace and a grizzle.
Yep. You knew straight away he'd just pulled it.
Super effort.
Well, can't be too far away. It doesn't want to
Les.
just flip the
Hurry.
jack.
Interesting choice of
Yes.
shot there from Les. I think I'd have been tempted to play down the other hand and draw off the green bowl.
More into it, and don't want to get.
Made the target bigger.
Come on, have a look at me.
Drawing off the green bowl would have taken the jack away from the green bowls as well.
Yep.
As it is now, Nick could convert here and come out smelling of roses.
Got a chance.
Just
Yeah.
not getting back.
Oh, great try, mate. What a great try.
Well,
How brave can you be now?
Probably safer this way, isn't it? But there's no way. Fancy.
Would you play it, Jason?
I think it's going this way.
I think you're going to play it. You
Got drawing now.
play down the other hand.
Oh, you could just.
It's early days, isn't it? It's 2-1. Better to get on the scorecard in this second set, especially not having won the first set.
Turn yours down and out.
I certainly won't be.
So,
You can see in a club game you may just take a chance and play that bowl away. If you're underneath, you could feather it back and still not get any jack movement.
have a practice, guys.
Have a practice.
Just think that you don't get too many opportunities against these guys, so it might have been one to have a chance your arm.
2 shots.
Could have gone
Gillett
wrong.
and Greenslade.
Set score 2-3 after 3 ends.
How'd you see it?
Again, let's just letting Jason do his own thing.
Jack length 24 metres.
Decent opener from Jason, but in this standard of play, you're thinking that that won't win the end.
No, I don't think that'll win the end.
And run now. Well done.
This one might do.
Well done.
Yeah, still a bit of room. Well, line that's good.
Yep, just needs to get back.
Just the final half on the bowl, pulled him back.
Anything on your own shot. Right back now. Come on. Run. Run. Big still, well done.
There have just been a few ends where Les has had the opportunity to tuck the jack round the corner, make it harder for Nick. And this is one such situation.
Yes, definitely.
Just needs to play that foot 18-inch trail, transform the head.
Too quick.
Doesn't like it. Push through.
Yeah, he said he was too quick.
Nick wants to get to red bowl, just turn it away. If we just get back to the jack, that's also really good.
Lift the green bowl once. Almost drawn it.
Yeah.
Still the opportunity for Les to make a good three here. Just barely over a draw. Whoop it in for the jack.
Get your remote control out. Just drive it well through there. This isn't through the hole.
Just overplayed the weight.
And chasing.
Hey there, mate. Draw can actually make three. Touch either of them, we'll get one. Run in.
Yep. Nick's ball is on the running surface. Make contact with that. Get underneath. Little flick on the jack will make a couple.
Good call from Greg there. You'd think the 4 red bowls against behind would make you play it carefully, but actually Nick's more or less done what he said there. Moved the jack a fraction sideways.
Harlow and break.
Another really good conversion.
Yep. Like I say, the ball was actually facing the jack, wasn't it? So he just had to make contact with it. And
Set score 2-5
hit it
after
very,
4
very well.
ends.
And again, just played with precise pace. Exactly the right weight for the job.
Oh. It just sat.
Jack
We'll be in
nine,
tomorrow
28
watching
and a half.
Catherine.
Yes, I'll be here. Hopefully watch all the games tomorrow. Catherine's got the evening game.
Yep, play Mark Royal. That'll be a good game.
Local derby.
Yeah, local derby. Yeah. It's just 1 against 1 this time. She's no bump to help her. No.
Well played.
Well, Well, the ploy of attacking early again. Oh, first one he's missed.
Yep. I said at some point he must miss. Not by much.
I think the previous end just shows that you don't get too many opportunities. The last two ends, actually, Les has had opportunities to make more. One, a very dangerous one, to take the bowl out to make 4.
Run now.
But the previous end just needed to trail the jack around the corner
Well done. Well
and
done.
just overplayed them both times. So could live to regret those missed opportunities. I think.
Yeah.
Well, that bowler Greg Harlow's finished quite well, finishing to the centre line.
Short.
Having driven with 1, Jason now has to change his hand and draw.
He's now. He's now. He's Jace. Bottom. Well played.
Good attempt. He's given Les a chance again.
It's in for second.
1 green.
Interesting that on quite a few ends, the red team have had more bowls past the jack. You'd think that a conversion, just the odd trail, could bring them back into this match.
Nice stick. Well done. Well
Good
done,
covering
mate.
bowl.
Very good.
Yep. Really turned it out of sight. Still 1. Draw to it.
Yeah, 1. Line's really, really good.
Doesn't look up.
Very similar to your last, mate. Like the line.
Well, you can just collect the jack on the way. Good bowl, makes a pair.
More aggressive.
Yep. Play straight through this on his forehand. My goodness.
2 shots. Harlow and Brett.
Set score 2-7 after 5 ends.
Unlike Les, that was quite a way off target.
Yeah, normally very accurate.
Jack length 26 metres.
Yeah, well done.
Well done, Jace. And again. Well done.
down now. Finish it off. And down. And again. Well done.
Stay with him, Jace, that way, or you stay there. If you just inside your arrow, you shot wood just behind. Well done. Play Jace. Yeah, you're good here. Well done. And again. Well played.
Almost. I think it's 1 to
One green.
green. Yeah. It's confirmed by Malcolm.
Well, Greg's suggesting here that Nick can play a nice positive reaching draw. Just skim inside the red one and trail the jack between the two other green. And again, that's a type of shot that you would play if you've won the first set and you're leading in the second.
Great try, mate. Great try. Any movement's good.
Only half a ball wide. A similar shot for Les on the other hand.
Exactly, yeah.
Hurry, Les. Hurry.
Super ball this. Hurry.
Good effort here.
Craig's having a quick look, see if it's 1 or 2.
One, I'd definitely come and have a look. 2 or 3 options.
As Greg says, 2 or 3 options here. Doesn't want to play with so much weight that he takes his own bowls out of the head, but could certainly play another of those sort of nice controlled little runners just to play the bowl away, skim the jack down into the green bowls there.
I think so, mate. Yeah.
Or just go and draw a front toucher.
Yeah, might not. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, just playing to arrive. Sit the ball away and say its place. Needs to hold up.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, you just arrive on the backhand.
I think in view of the fact that they're trailing by 5 shots, they really need to try and make a multiple count here.
Yeah, 6 behind, 4 to go. These boys won't give you many chances when they do. Sometimes you just need to take your chance and take it.
Yes, yeah. There's lots of options there for us. Yeah. No, it's either or. Yeah. Yes, Les.
Line to promote. That's close to doing that.
Just want to turn it on the jack. That's
Oh,
done.
no.
Well, that's
the
the
rub-
danger.
The rub of the green deserted
One
him
cut.
there.
Harlow and Brett.
Played good pace to promote his own bowl. But certainly not the contact that he wanted.
Set score 2-8 after 6 ends.
Yeah, I thought he might have just played something a bit different. I thought he might have played down the other way and get the, try and force the ball away. Make a 2 or 3 that way. So, 8-1 after 6 ends. Nick and
Chat
Greg
then,
will just need
26
to score
metres.
one on this end that will secure the game. Jason and Les need to win the set, not a tie, so I'm out of reach.
I think Greg and Nick have looked increasingly comfortable in the second set. Greg has set a good foundation, as he has done here.
Well done. Well done. High
Set things up for his skip most ends. Given Nick the luxury of some nice routine trails and draws.
Play, Jace. Very good. Well done.
And good start from Jason.
And down. And down. Well done. Well
Very,
done.
very
Right
nearly.
spot.
Again. Greg's about 10 inches behind. Just try and rest it.
Two good bowls from Greg, and again very difficult to see how the red team can score a multiple of shots that they need.
Very good again.
Red need to start to
Very
be
good.
getting threes.
Touch, touch.
Slightly off centre will be good, yeah.
Well, perfect. Great contact.
Two red.
Nick can draw on the forehand down to that last bowl. Just close this head out. He can draw either hand really. Good second he won't be too bothered with, but the forehand does look favourable.
I think Nick will just be looking to put one beside it, draw perfect length. Won't mind if he loses one or two. Make it harder for Les to get more.
Well, it just needs to break its neck now. It's just not coming.
Right. Gives Les another ledge.
Yeah. Hurry, Les, hurry. Okay. Literally gone that, mate. You would have made middle of the
A
ring.
little bit of a let off. Could have got to the green bowl.
Oh, good attempt from Nick.
Right try.
Again, just not getting back.
Yep, right try.
Two, mate. Two. In the cup.
Gives Les a little bit less room to get the third shot in.
Drop, Les. Drop.
If he turns now, he's good.
Drop, Les.
Just not going to get back in
Okay.
time.
Okay, careful.
Not far away at all.
Good attempt.
Two shots, Gillett and Greenslade.
Set score 4-8 after 7 ends.
Keeps the game alive.
Yep, Jason and Les will have to score at least a 2 on this end if they're going to take it to the final end of this second set. 5 adrift.
And 26.5 metres.
Play Jace. That's still good. Well done.
The stage of the game now where if Greg can just find this killer bowl, as we call it, the famous front toucher.
Yep. That's the perfect bowl, like you say. If it's hit, it goes with the jack.
And with the game as it is at the moment, it would really secure the tie. Well, I think I've called it up.
Almost.
Either way, just that much on your last really, just press inside it.
Yeah, okay.
Just run. Well done. Well played.
Yeah, I want. Right back now. Right back.
Well, he wants to get just right around the top of this.
Well played.
Yes, very indeed.
2 green.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Well, Les needs to make a 2 from this.
Well, Les will have to play with weight here. Play for the green bowls. Give himself some room.
Well, he needs a bit of fortune.
Pushed one past.
We're on that spot or just past it? Or
Well, the 2 bowls could go out.
Yeah, like I say, he just needs to cover those 2 to the side. I think if we can just slip through in this kind of triangle area to the right.
One of those situations where
You can't cover everything.
you can't cover everything.
Can't cover both, can we?
In some ways, another bowl close to the jack would be good in case the other 2 go. But then, of course, that leaves a jack trail for Les to make the 2. And if it went sideways,
I think we draw another.
2 or maybe even more.
More than comfortable that you'll cover later doors. So close as you can.
Yeah. Greg agreeing that the 2 bowls away is the biggest danger, so another one close for Nick.
Well, if we can just sit in the gap, that will lock in.
Looking bad if Les connects the one just short of the jack there. It's destined to go onto the jack, and the jack sideways towards the red bowls. So there is hope. Don't think the 3 green bowls could all go now. Bit sideways jack movement is what Les is after.
Yep, it's gone.
You know Les. You know Les about.
So that's going to be 3 shots to
Three shots,
Nick Brett
second
and
set,
Greg Harlow.
and the
They're
match.
going to take the second
Harlow
set
and
quite
Brett.
comfortably. 11 shots to 3. Well, we're going to take a quick break for about 10 or 15 minutes and come back soon for the first of our World Open Pairs semi-finals. It's going to be Mark Dawes and Jamie Chesney, the defending champions, against the United States Dean Warmington and his partner Scott Edwards of England. And then the 7:30 game will be Scott Anderson and Darren Burnett, and we now know they're going to be facing Nick Brett and Greg Harlow. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye-bye for now.